Hey, how you guys doing? Quick video outside. Sunny day, but it's nice and cool. We'll have a little walk in a moment. I'm just going to have a quick few words while we're here. So first of all, I'm enjoying a bit of fresh air. It's nice weather. It's coming to the end of summer, as I say. Summer coming on, autumn it will be. Now, as I say, we're in what? Coming to the end part of the year. And in this video, I just thought I'd talk about reality, just briefly again about realities. Let's just remind you of a few things, okay? First of all, violence. Where's violence come from? Violence, hatred. Violence in any way. I want to say violence with a violent attitude, a negative attitude, where you want to express something in offensive way, where you're trying to express your views over another view and trying to be controlling, even in the way you express and communicate yourself. With words, just your demeanour, your way, the way you behave. That is also an offensive thing. It's the same as fighting with your fists, okay? So, all violence to the smallest level to the highest level, okay? All of that kind of fighting, it comes from a desperation, a fighting spirit. It's the same for the drive, right? The determination to do something. Really, that drive is coming from a feeling of need. Not just a relaxed, pleasurable thing, it's a need. So the need means you have a fear inside you, a concern of some sort. If you don't want to use the word fear, then a concern, but they're the same thing. Unless it's healthy for everybody to have some fear in them, yeah, fair enough. But you need to understand your fears. That's what you need to understand your fears. It's very logical to just look at things and realise that fear is the same as confidence. Being afraid is the same as being brave. It's a distraction, it's a thought. The thought slows things down. You need to be one with your five senses and one with what's around you, right? So the nature within you and the nature of the natural earth too. In a fake man-made construct like society with social, whatever, engineering, whatever you want to call it, it's the way people behave. You call it culture, I say it's habits, that's what it is, behaviour. Ultimately though, what we're saying is, right, fear is the thought, see, fear or deliberate, present thought, you're creating images in the mind. Fear and confidence are basically, it's the same thing. It's not a feeling. You used to see seeing is believing, but feeling is the truth. And you've got seeing outwardly. And you've also got seeing inward, when you see in the outer world inside you, or rather your perception of it, what you believe it to be, images. So the enemy has only images to destroy, Into the Dragon, this movie Into the Dragon. It was destroy the image, break the spell. Right? So you're under a spell, under an illusion, a false sense of reality, or rather a strong belief that what you may feel is an awareness of a reality which is not even truly there. It's not the times we're living in. We have got modern technology and things, and there are different actions of people in this daily life, in this world. What's going on now? But I'm saying the main thing, the point is you've got time, okay, and it's all basically ultimately just mosquitoes. It's all ultimately just behaviours. It's not really that we're living in this time now, and this is the time, and this is this culture or that culture or this. It's none of it. Everything you see around you is made up, but in the man-made world. Okay, so the human-made world, man and woman-made world. Man and woman with a way of nature, the balance is what it should be with yin and yang, as the same. But sorry about the wind, by the way, the new noises. Nice cool breeze, but it's a quiet little area, nice space to be here. What I'm saying is, right, so everything you see around you, all the things is design coming from creation, but that coming from desire sometimes coming from the feeling of need too. We need to make things this way, or we need to make things that way. Not only because we believe, this is more profitable in the eyes of people, what's more popular and therefore more profitable, value and prices and things that we put on things, worth, as in materialistic stuff, that's all fake as well. You can't really say that, nothing actually really has a value in that sense. It's all value of natural earth and the universe. But the things we make, we also say that there's a price on need. But need is a perception, as in fear. is an illusion in your mind, the same as bravery. It's better to understand what we're seeing in our mind. The mind and the body should be one with everything around it in true ultimate nature. There's a lot of things in this society that most especially they're not reflecting true nature and they're not connected to true nature. So we can create all this amazing technology and things to improve our world, our lives, or rather, help us out. But there's also things that are bringing humanity down that don't have any relevance to the true world, true nature. Only nature is the ultimate truth. Only true truth is the ultimate power to give you life. The truth of nature, what's made for human beings, or the ocean for the fish. So it's yin and yang, as Lao Tzu says in the Tao Te Ching, as I say in the book, talking about the Tao. The Tao is yin and yang. That's what it was talking about. So everything is two sides. There's a balance. It must be. And without a balance, there can be nothing. We're basing our systematic societies and stuff on the idea that there's got leaders, or he's a great leader, or we need to change that one, or we need to follow this one, or that one. No. See, Lao Tzu said, basically, you're talking about this stuff. So when you believe in hierarchies and who's the king, or what's more, where there's more value or less, and all this kind of stuff, you say, well, this is helping me understand life by comparing things. That's very right. You can compare things in a positive way rather than in a negative way. He's more stronger than me. This person's faster, or I can learn from that person. And you can, inspire you. Fair enough. And you can have good drive and inspiration. But the thing is, when you feel like you're a loser, you feel like you're weak, or you're losing, and you want to be a winner, there's a problem there. You feel that you're starting from a point, your mind, can hold you back and keep you in a place where you'll never be able to move on from. You believe that it's all about competition, their society is all about competition. There's people that have a lot of money that they're still not happy in their lives. They've got free time, they're not happy in their life. What's happy? I don't mean happy like a distraction, I'm in a happy dreamland. No, I'm saying a sense of peace, a true feeling of value. Why should why should anyone grow up? Why should you, on this planet Earth, be looking around for any competition? Or my life's not as good as this one, or why can't I do that? If you don't have food and drink, a place to live, shelter, the basics, especially when we've got technology improving and different things, why can't we have a fairness amongst us? Yes, if there's violence going around and you're being oppressed by other human beings violently, there's all kinds of laws that they keep changing up and things being imposed on people, and some of it really truly isn't fair. And other things aren't strong enough to enforce for a safer society. And you've got chaos, you've got violent psychopaths and gangs, you've got crazy people that are, just involved in any kinds of war, corruption, crime, or whatever you want to call crime, just inhumane violence against humanity. And then you've got the people that are trying to control the land, but they're still being corrupt. Where's the true peace? The true peace is in true nature and honesty. If you're real and honest and true with yourself and the world around you, then you'll be free. It's totally, truly free. It's like I'm ranting much, I'm talking, So it's better to be a good listener than a good speaker. I'm quite sure that we're all playing things like that. But what I'm trying to say is, the point is reality. It's not the clothes you're wearing. Everything that you see around you, the clothes, the designs, the logos, the slogans, the name brands, the companies, the whatever you've got, your gold chain around your neck, the fancy shoes, or the cars, whatever, the machines, everything. The money, it's not real. The style and all that, or who's the king, who's the president, who's this and that. None of it's real. The competition, you know what I'm saying? The different slang and the jargon and the fashion or whatever that's coming over the years. The same as music or any styles of art, things that change over the years. It's just the mind thinking and moving, and that's all it is. We're just moving things around. We think we're doing things. You think you're going to conquer the universe. People think they're going to travel in space and understand everything about space or the universe. You know what I'm saying? It's this kind of mindset. Rather than just enjoy it, rather experiencing this as a human being. Yeah? You are just a human being. You're not, you know what I'm saying? You can liken yourself philosophically to a flower or a rock. You can talk about rock, you're not a rock, a tree is a tree. But every tree in the forest, they don't compete. I'm better than you, I'm taller than you. They don't. So this one's the leader. You need to follow me, you need to get a certificate. A certificate is a piece of paper. Writing was invented by people. It's just our traditional cooking, our traditional dancing. It's all made up. People make it. You just do it, and you say, language, me speaking to you now in a language, with English or any language, it's made, we make it. It's not, it's me by my mouth, with my mouth, it's not real. It's just, but what is important is the thinking, the awareness of the mind and the body. Where is your, again, there's the root, like a tree root. You need to be connected to the ultimate truth of nature, the world. Lao Tzu would say it's the Tao, okay? So everything is the Tao, the ultimate reality of the universe. We're on this planet. So when you see a monkey, he behaves like a monkey. When you see a bird, the bird's behaving like a bird. But why don't human beings behave like human beings? They spend too much time fighting with each other, beating themselves down over they want a better life, or this is this kind of nonsense. A flag is designed. We make flags, symbols. We have all this. There's many different laws that are changing all the time. There's many different rules and things in place. There's many different what can I say, traditional things. There's constantly changing the way they're doing things. Where there's subjects and things, they're teaching subjects and curriculum in colleges and universities and stuff like that, or schools, any schools, from the youngest, toddlers up to the adult, and they're changing. And some of these things aren't really useful. And again, it's like David Icke once said. He brought this point up where in society, a lot of the time in society, it's projection from perception. So they perceive that you have new generations being born into this world, people, and they see the world around them, and they think, this is what is the world, yeah? There's a lot of young people, who grow up, they don't know what really is the truth of life. I don't mean they have to live in a forest or a cave and live in the desert. I'm not saying, but they're living in a city, and they've got a nice place to live, whatever. They've got some kind of technology, and they believe in all the things they see around them. They don't realise what's man-made. They don't realise there's a lot of illusion there into how they're behaving, and they behave more and more irrational, because layer upon layer as the years go by, like a mental illness, like a conditioning, and that's all they know. And they believe because it's about survival, and because this is the only thing there is in life to live for, they believe money and fighting for that and survival, which is a terrible thing to think. Wasting years and years of your life working in jobs because otherwise you're a lazy bastard. Excuse my language. Just because for the image, the impression you give others. But they give it to themselves because they perceive it for what they believe it is. No one can actually control your mind with words. I can't say, someone says this to me, someone talking to me, and I say, I get angry, I get upset about it. I can't say that person made me upset, or that person made me happy. Whether you forgive someone, whether you love someone, or you like someone, or you forgive someone, whether you are angry with someone, whether you're upset with someone, whether you are whatever, understanding, right, whatever, patient with someone, all this stuff, it's all from your own mind. It's literally you seeing yourself as a reflection. Whether you agree with someone, whether you disagree with someone. Sometimes you think you're learning and you're not. You think you're not learning and you are. You see? It's all a perception from your own mind of what you believe things to be, and that belief, seeing is believing. It makes you big. You start to behave a certain way. A lot of times it's self-destructive, but it's like you don't realise you're doing it to yourself. You don't realise it's you. Their attitude, or what they say, cannot do anything really. How can someone not know this? How can one tree be growing over there, behaving like a tree as it does? Might not look like it's moving, but it's there. And you've got another tree growing over here. I don't care what flowers or fruits are on it, or the leaves are falling off. How can this one affect that one? You said, well, we can. Of course, if that tree was to fall on the other tree and in the process break one of its branches off, yes. If someone come to hit me and fight me, punch me in the face, I'd have to defend myself to fight. Yes, it's different. Someone steals my food, I'm hungry now. But you see what I'm trying to say? But this mindset that you're living in this reality, you've got to realise what true reality is. But generations are growing, the new generations in this world, and they believe in what they see. For years and years, and some people, they grow up into their older age. Some people have lived whole lives, which is so frightening. And then they look back and they don't know the things they're proud of in themselves, or the things that they are very, they look down on. They're very also disappointed within their lives, mostly outwardly in the world, and the regrets and stuff, or the things they're talking about, the things that happened in history, or that great war we won, or this kind of stuff. What the fuck? What's going on, Human? Oh, this mayor's no good, we've got to change him. Do you remember when that guy was running the place? Yeah. No. There's no leader, there's followers. So you can take a horse to water, you can't make it drink, right? So you've got someone there at a restaurant, some of the best chef in the world. He's the best chef. When you've got people that like that food going in there and eating, it's the most successful restaurant, yes? Because people went in there. People that might go and pay for the movie, oh, it's a successful movie. What do you mean, good or bad? It doesn't make a difference if they're like popular or not. Because people go there because other people say it's good. Or did you hear about this new thing out? I think, everybody goes there and see it, they're lining up for it. You know what I mean? No, there's a lot of people going in cinemas because they think something's popular or going to buy it. And once they've done that, they've spent that money, they've spent it. You know, they've paid for that. You know, they've paid for that. And so they've got a lot of money. They think, oh, that one's more successful than the other one, or this shop's more successful than the other one. Everybody goes to that store. And oh, I never knew you could get that stuff in that other store, they say. Well, they found a good bargain there, really, oh yeah. And suddenly they just change and go to the other one. Everybody follows like lemmings or like animal, like chicken. They follow each other. But before that, the other shop was doing so well, right? Doing what well? That tree standing so well, with lots of bananas, but the monkey might go to the other banana tree. Eh? Yeah. You've got land there that you're not cultivating, with soil that you're not growing things in. You have worse land elsewhere and people are using it. It's just what it is. You have to see the reality to work with things. You know what I mean? True nature. I'm not saying live like you've got to live in a cave and go fishing in a river every day. If you've got a supermarket nearby, if you've got a comfy home, I'm not saying you have to go and build yourself a shelter on the side of a mountain and brave the blizzards. I'm not saying that. Yeah, there's things like money and laws and things in place, obviously, because of how society is. Otherwise, it'd have chaos. But people need to have that self-control first before we can have a better civilization. That's what I'm saying. So reality, though, you have to understand what true reality is. Everything you see around you is made up. All the documents, the passports, the stamps, the you know what I mean, everything. The rules, regulations, it's all made up. So of course it is. We know that, Richard. Yeah, we know it, but they don't realise what they're doing. You're bringing yourself down, making yourself sick. And ultimately, when you live in the essence of, I mean, the religious people say, they talk about things like sin and stuff. I said, when you live in the essence of that darkness is death. You're bringing death upon, in essence, to what is human life. You want to shine light to cut through the darkness. You're walking more and more into the darkness. The more that you continue to walk in a dark place without turning your light on, your torch, or on your flashlight, or your phone, or whatever, didn't you risk that? You wonder why there's things going on in your life. If you suddenly turn the light on, you'll start to see more. You say, well, yeah, but and you've got thoughts in your mind again. Come back to the feeling. It says, seeing is believing, but feeling is the truth. But the true experience is the truth. But the generations, I said just quickly, they perceive from what is projected out. And then what they see the world around them advertising, you need this, you need that, like that movie, They Live, you know, things like that. And you've got 1984 and things like that. Just like that. And so then they act that way. They behave as they're told to behave. They become slaves of society. This is the new fashion. Have you seen the new thing in? It happens all the time online. They're trying to drag you in with certain ideas of things they're putting out online and videos, and you see all this stuff and just click on it. Free yourself from nonsense for a second. Come back to human intelligence, biological intelligence. You haven't got to be like a robot like that. Walk freely, you know what I'm saying? Stop this for a second. Hold on a second. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm just saying that, right? So when you're walking along on the street, wherever you are and you're by yourself, you should have that peace in you. Because they just keep projecting out from themselves and reacting and making it the world that they're told it is. It's like if someone told you, like, this is Looney Land, or this is the circus, and the only thing there is in the whole world is a circus. Let's imagine you was born. What about born? Let's just imagine, right? Yeah? So you're a little baby and you were born. Imagine if you were a baby and you were born if a child was born into this world, into a circus, and he was never let out. And everybody was dressing up like clowns, and this is it. He's the king clown over here. And every lunchtime, before lunch, you have to jump through the hoops and blow bubbles, and have a custard pie smacked in your face when you reach the age of 22, 21. They will believe in everything about that. Will become their culture. And if you say anything about it, even in the future when that changes, you say, oh, now you're offending my history, you're offending my culture. You say, we used to look like clowns. It doesn't matter what you have, face paint, feathers in your hair, leaves around you, dressing in whatever animal furs. It becomes part of your culture now, or your historical culture, habit of things you do, customs. It's all just behaviour ultimately. You have to respect human beings. But what is the good in individuals or groups ultimately? What is it that you're doing? It's creative and positive for yourself. What is the true reality? Can you do more? Can you improve your physical strength and your alert mind? Yes, you can. You can do things. But you've got to look at certain things, not just for, oh, that's my culture, what you're saying, you're offending me. Or you have to get beyond things like that and the idea of like race and stuff like that. We're just born how we are, we look different, fair enough. It's all made up. We're just playing a game. It's like chess 1 minute, checkers the next. You know, you're going to look back on your life. There's no point of regretting, but you have to look back and say, what the hell was this? What was I doing? There's people lying in hospital now with cancer. If we're still talking about money and thinking about other stuff. But in fact, you've got to value life for you. It's one mind and body. But, you know, I'm just saying that, you know what I'm saying? Living in this world, you've got to realise what's beyond the walls. It's like the fish under the water, and the fish, they never conceive of a world above the surface of the ocean and the sky, and you know what I'm trying to say? It's this kind of thing. I must have heard this stuff, the frog in the mine shaft. They say that to know the road ahead, ask those coming back. But listening doesn't mean following. And every experience is always different, so you can't base your winning and losing or whatever on certain things. You can use intellect, you can use you know, well, you can say learning and strategies and stuff. But you know what I'm trying to say? They say, you know, if you want to test the water, see how deep it is, don't jump in with 2 feet, all this stuff. But there's a lot of different saying. I've just seen a cat here, keep it real. The martial arts, it's for protecting yourself and keeping yourself healthy fit. And health. I've just seen a cat walking by over there. Animals just go about their natural way, you know. Yeah. The cat over there is walking across. I'm not going to film it now. The animals are, I'm sure, very confused by people's actions. You see people wearing a fancy suit. It's all fancy dress. They say the world is always at a stage, and we're all the actors on the stage. The show was it Shakespeare or someone said it. You know what I mean? Do you need to be talking to some guru, some monk, or some wise man up in the mountain in robes and that, and they all do the same thing every day with their own specific group, and you know what I'm saying? Do their rituals and eat what they do. What's good for the human body? Why can't we come to wiseness in general? Why should a human being be distracted by his own nonsense? Why should human beings be distracted by what's going on in the modern day now? You see around you. The times now, this is what the world we live in is like this. It ain't like this. There's people in prison. I've not been in prison, but I'm saying there's people in high security prisons or violent prisons, you know, or in gangs and stuff, and there's certain things where they're all against each other. It's just the code, man. It's just the code. Of course, it's going to be established. If one's always afraid to have like gang wars and other things in terms of the world in general, disputes, it's just crazy. It never ends, some of this stuff. One goes to stab the other one, he goes to attack the other one or kill one, he X's the other one's brother out. It's just ridiculous. They could just all calm down. Whether you're rich or poor, you could be sitting in a prison cell, you could be sitting there. They haven't got to be fighting and killing each other. They could be just living, as I say, they could be just living in peace. They could be just sitting there playing a game of chess, play their bloody basketball, you know what I mean, have a chat. There's people in there that are reading books. They said that their mind can they can't leave the walls, but their mind can go beyond the walls and travel the wisest, the journey inside, so to say, to understand the physical life. So that's what I'm trying to say. A bit noisy, there's a little family just passed me, people around. But I'm just finishing what I'm saying. So the thing is, you've got to understand that to see the true essence. There should be no conflict, fighting. They say that's what life is. They say you get certain people that believe, like monks and certain ones, they say it's all sort of hurt. Life is about pain and suffering and overcoming. Yeah, overcoming, yeah. Life is life. Sickness, ill health, pain and suffering is more death to you. You know what I'm saying? But you're going to go through this one-time journey unless there's another, reincarnation or something. And then what's going to happen then? You've got this one life in the world, but like, even if you do have more lives after this, why waste this? And you're going to go to heaven or hell later. Yeah, but what about this? What if it's just a test or whatever this is? Whatever your situation is, you need to understand yourself. Yeah, I know who I am. I know what it is. No, about this. Not in a certain set of circumstances. Oh, I work for this company. I'm higher. No. What your title is, what people call you. That's BS. You're just a human being. Flesh, blood and bone. It doesn't matter what you think you are. The top leader. We're just human beings. And you breathe. You eat, you drink. I do exercise every day. I do my martial arts. As I say, I'm not a big tough guy. I do what I can for myself. There's no competition. What does it mean to win over someone else or to prove something to someone? What does that mean? The need and the desire in your mind to do that, to show someone this, let people know what I'm all about. That's weak. It's like you don't have respect for yourself. Other people's opinions of you matter more than your own. It's a loss. This is a waste of a human life, in my opinion. Opinion is thought in a certain circumstance. When you look at things from different sides, you see things a different way. You need to have more, you need to be open to more natural stuff. When you see something negative, just reject it straight away. Realise, you learn from negative things as well, right? You learn from the good and the bad, yes, you study. But you don't learn to just keep following it. It's alright to have some bad stuff in your life. If I'm going to challenge myself, go through like a difficult workout or exercise, that's, pain in a way, but it's not a bad pain. You don't suffer from destruction. You know what I'm saying? You might say you're going to make a lot of money later on if you spend some money, or you get what you put in, like from exercise or from friendships, communication. You put in a little bit of effort, later on the good comes back. That's one way I say it. Sometimes, not all the time. But it's in terms of if you cut one arm off, you lose one arm. In this moment, don't say maybe in the future I'm going to prove to it. No. Now is what you have. You always have now. So if I chuck that money in a hole, it's not going to be. It's going to be gone. You know what I'm saying? That's your days and your seconds, your life. You know what I'm saying? So when you're eating or drinking, that's what's going into you. Whether you say someone said this, and I repeat it in my mind. Good, bad, feelings, whatever I get after that, what I learned or what I didn't get, I'm arguing against it all day. Or whether it's my own thoughts, I'm thinking about daydreaming. Same thing. I was in another place. I was not here in the true self where I am alive right now. You have to feel that you are there inside yourself. Here you are now. Yellow t-shirt or red t-shirt, and make a difference. Because it's not going to be here forever. But it's forever in the moment, eternal possibility. There's so many things you can do as a human. As a human. I didn't say as a robot. I didn't say as a flying eagle bat. I said as a human being. So I can sit here, or I can walk while I'm talking. But sometimes I'm sitting here and you go on a journey that took you away from this peaceful place in your mind. Or I'm walking over my mind and my mind's not clear enough, so they're both not fixed enough, it's not flowing and clear enough, because I'm walking around at the same time. So they would say, Isim Bukarayung, right? So you can't use your mind for two things. You're always thinking about two things, to do more than one thing at once. You said multitasking. But if things aren't one, that's what we're saying, going through the same thing. If things aren't one, then you can't do it. Like when you're training, your martial arts, you're going through it, training your Tai Chi, whatever, your arms, your legs, everything, your whole heart, your breathing, your mind, everything is one. With the world around you, the space, the light, everything, it's all in one, right? But what I'm saying is it's not broken up, it's one body. So there's a lot of things you see that people around you, your family, your friends, people in a company, in a job, where they're not really together as one. They're all fighting each other. You can breathe in and out at the same time. You know, this and that. But I don't know. You see, but there's always going and coming. So there's always big and small when it comes to the yin and yang. There's always everything and nothing. You know what I'm saying? There's always something and space for it. You know what I'm saying? What I'm trying to say is like everything is, you know what I'm saying, if it's not connected as one, it's not the Tao. See, the Tao, as the Lao Tzu says, then everything's broken up. If it's broken up, that's it. You've got 2 now. You've got 100 now. I'm 1 in a million. Well, who the hell are you? It's not who. What are you? You need to understand the human being. The flower is one with the whole earth, the whole universe. I'm crazy saying this, right? The stars in the sky, the fish in the sea, the sun, all these trees, everything in the grass, and then us people making the roads and making the buildings what we make. But what does it reflect? If it's not truth, then what is it? It's to help us, it's to make us a better life. So it's not about talking all day. It's not about listening all day. It's not about what I think. It's not about I'm going to teach you this, I'm going to learn that. You learn more when you teach, so then you teach more when you learn. You know what I'm trying to say, right? Exercise, but it's not exercising all day. You have to like rest. Resting is part of the exercise, right? I'm going to say everything's gone for a second. What I'm trying to say, the point I'm trying to say is, everything is here in truth at the foundation. Everything that is here is balanced. It's 100. It's not 50-50, but it's 100 because of yin and yang becoming one today. I'm talking bullshit, right? Also, it sound like I didn't mention Khualsa once. I said Lausa. I said I'm talking about. I'm not speaking about religion. I don't speak the words of God. I'm not speaking like I am everything. No, and I'm not AI either. You know, I'm speaking from the essence of that which cannot be spoken. Most important is the experience living in this time. There's so many things you can do. If you were not watching this video now, what would you be doing? It doesn't matter you agree with me, or if I'm wrong or I'm right, or if you disagree with me. No. What do you do with your life? And tomorrow, if you're lucky to have another day, but you have now. Now is yesterday's tomorrow. Today is yesterday's tomorrow. Tomorrow is, it will all become another yesterday as time goes by. I've seen 42 years of my life, nearly 42 years, nearly. Alright? And I'm in, don't want to say it, but kind of in the middle nearly right of my life. Very scary to say. I do fear death, and that comes to everybody. I've seen the last 18 years just over filming, making videos like this. Look, seeing myself get older. And when I was young, I got the memories, of course. Some fading away, some stronger. Learning more about things now and learning more about seeing things differently about what happened before in the past with me as well. I know what is the separate world and what is me. The separate world is never separate. You're one with the whole world and universe. You're one with the everything is true. But everything that's not true, as in the fake elements of society or the things that are trying to take you out, that's what they are. No different from a snake biting you. That comes from nature. It's a lot of people's nature to be a certain way from conditioning. There's some big dogs or some animals you see that have been conditioned in a certain way where they're like calm, so they won't attack you. Or a bear, and some bear or panda, they're in a moment of peace and they don't want to attack you and rip you apart. But there's other times where they will. Or a little cute little animal will just bite you. What I'm trying to confuse you? Trying to give you. So am I trying to confuse you? No. Like telling like things in this world, people trying to tell you, oh, you know, women are like this, men are like this, it can be either way, and you know, red is blue, blue is red, and everything's one. I'm not saying that. When I say everything's one, I'm not saying that. There is up and there is down, there is yin and there is yang. Absolutely, without yin and yang, there's two different things. You can't have the one and they're together as one. When you say everything is yin, everything is yang, no. Then there is nothing. You're saying it's half, it's not even half, it's just impossibility. Reality is what's here, what we have. What we don't have is nothing, we can't use it. You can have an idea. An idea is a chance to express, not express for others, but like it's a chance to play ultimately, to enjoy life. That's so funny. To create. But you cannot be having fun if you're suffering. You cannot take the ground from under your feet, the air from your lungs, you know what I'm saying? Turn off the air button so you've got no oxygen. You can't be doing that. There's a lot of people that have got a lot of money and they're not happy with it. There's a lot of people that don't have a lot of money and they're not happy either. Because money in your hand is nothing, and money when you spend it is nothing. Words coming out of your mouth you think is power because someone's listening to you. Not at all. It's a delusion, and you're going to look back and that's the history of your life story. You look back on your life story and then what is that? What was I doing? What happened? Does it matter 100,000 people listening to you or they reject you? Does it make a difference? What clothes you were wearing? I spent so much money on these jeans or on that jacket. So what? When you got like losing hair, I'm losing some hair off the back of my head, a little bit on the back of my head there. White hair. The eyes behind the sunglasses, when you look into the water and you see your reflection, how deep does it go? It's how far you reflect on things. When you reading the book 1 time, 2 times, and you think you're learning more, you understand the writer more, it's you reflecting to yourself again. Perception from projection and projection from perception. That's what it is. Did you see a flying pig, elephant? Huh? I never saw a dog climb to the top of that tree. I never saw, you know what I'm saying? I never saw, you never saw a healthy animal wanting to just commit suicide as much as people. What's going on? I'm going to stop that one there and say thank you for watching, okay? So if I talk to you again soon, but nature is the truth. I'm not trying to teach. I'm not trying to guide, follow me, because then I've got nothing to learn. Humbleness is a step. It's a step further. You want to have honesty in yourself. Honesty, true honesty. So, oh, you're honest, you're weak in this, where people will shit on you. No. It doesn't matter, that's them. Because you're a nice person. And they kick you to the curb. That's them. You have to learn to avoid that, defend yourself. Just don't let it bother you what they think about you. You behave, not as an exaggeration. It's so nice or so nasty. No, it's just what's here. I am the fucking apple tree. I am the fucking pineapple tree. I produce this fruit. If I see the vision, it's going to come from me. That's the painting that I paint. You're playing a guitar. It's not real. Somebody makes the guitar. It comes from in you. Oh, listen to me. Listen to my heart. Oh, who can understand who? What's the fucking point? What's the reason? And again, that Lao-Tzu said something to this. I'm paraphrasing. Lao-Tzu said about the Jing again. He said, you know, too many colours, was it blind the eye? Was it too many sounds? Is it, or too many notes deafen the ear? And too many flavours dull the palate, I believe, or the taste. You know, too many voices going on, too much information going on. You can't really learn. You can't hear clearly. You know, so it's got to come from, you know what I'm saying? And all this gesturing, but you need to know where your feet are, which way you're walking, how you're standing. If you can't stand, how can you walk? If you can't sleep, how can you talk? You see? If you can't breathe the essence of truth, not truth of the Tao, then how can you live? How can you live? You got no money, you can't live. Oh fuck! Where's that money come from? Your hard work? Yeah. You study? Yeah. You think so? Maybe because the people in that job like it. Maybe because the people in that projected from perception, that social construct, that of habit, maybe from there it comes from. Oh, now you understand. This is the way to win. But when tomorrow comes and it starts to rain, shh, where's my umbrella? You say. We start to rain. What's happening? I was doing great. Or when someone turns on you with a different idea. It's not like that. That's a delusion. The truth is here now in how you're behaving now. The monkey swings from this tree, the monkey swings from that tree, he climbs on that tree, and then the monkey goes to that tree, and the tree falls down, or the branch just breaks. What happened? And all the other monkeys look up and laugh, ha ha. No, they don't, they're just eating the bananas. But do the other animals in the forest look up and say, whoa, what happened there? He's the best swinging monkey climbing in the forest. Why did he fall down this time? You don't say that, because it's the fucking tree. It's the spoon that bends. It's not you. It's not the spoon that bends. It's you. You know what I'm saying? So it's not you. In that case, it's the tree. It's how you acted with that tree. Yeah. If you're walking in a certain way, you're not going to be walking on water, my friend. Let alone swimming, right? If the bird flaps his wings the wrong way, the bird's not going to fly very well in the air. He's feeling the air of what's there, not what's not there. See? You can't do a thing. You can't with too much. I'm going to say too much or too less. See, money or energy or whatever. There's nothing which money can't buy. You say. There's nothing which your confidence, with a person of sheer character. that you never back down. There's nothing with your level of that character cannot achieve. Do you think so? I think a lot of people in this life will get a rude awakening. You will start to really learn. You learn when you understand that learning is ongoing. When you learn everything, you learn nothing. So it's a Tao again. So yin and yang again. So it's always a new page, a new fresh start. You can't, you know what I'm trying to say? You have to have an empty stomach before you can enjoy your next meal. I'm not saying sometimes you need to be poor, sometimes you need to have a broken leg. I'm not saying that. There must be a stable base for your human survival. You've got oppressors, you've got people bringing you down, violence, unnatural crap, like the wolves coming to eat you. You've got these people carrying guns and stuff. You've got crazy stuff in society because you need to do this, and this, but you can't have water and bread and rice, right? I understand. I was saying you have to come to that universe of true freedom inside, with the worth of true of self is not what they're looking for. They're looking for the material. That you need to understand as a principle, as a true knowing. The clarity, I should say, more than a knowing. True clarity is true knowing. The channel, the flow of the river, the flowing of the mind, thinking is the process. It's not the thought. You come to this thought, you stop. Yeah. They say the end's the beginning, and the beginning's the end. The beginning can be the end. Everything is nothing, and nothing is everything, and forever's a kind of never, and never's a kind of forever. You know what I'm trying to say? And when you're looking here, you don't see there. And when you see two, you don't see one. When you see one, you don't see two. Ooh, when you see one, you don't see the many. When you see many, you don't see the one. But there's one in the many and many in the one. It's always a yin and yang, as I said. What is it? When you see the small, you don't see the big. But it's right there because of the big. No question, no answer. No answer, no question. Vice versa for both. Before and after, top and bottom. I'm going to stop this one. I'm going to stop this video. We're going to get going. Alright, thanks for listening. Peace.